Hello ITPC, this is Steve and you're watching Smoking Cardboard. Smoking in my cozy little corner in the garage. I got the 9mm working on this Savinelli 673KS. In it I'm smoking for the first time, a first time blend. I'm not really going to talk about it because it's the first time smoking in the pipe, so not too expecting the best flavors out of it. But it is the John Cotton Double Press Kentucky. I always get real nervous on blends like this that they're just going to bite me when I first try them. So far, nothing super noticeable, but the flavors I can tell are just not great because it's first smoke in a pipe. I do not like smoking, breaking in pipes. I hate it. I don't know, but for me, I am very sensitive to those flavors, and it just kind of ruins the whole tobacco. Anywho, I got a package in the mail from Mike at Briar Blues. I talked about this in my last video. Maybe. $20322. Very cool. Very cool pipe. It's a pretty tall bowl. But it is 9mm, so that is great, and the stem fits great. So now I get the joys of breaking in 2 pipes, my favorite. But it'll be worth it. And with it came a couple extras. What do they call these? Pocket whatever. Pocket jars. Very cool. I don't have any of these. Just good hard storage to just throw in your pocket and go on your way. And then I'm curious. I guess that will go into my other discussion. They sent this cool little tamper with it too. A little hand spoon. Pretty cool. And also got this jar. Glass. Made it safe. So I have to choose some tobacco to throw in there. Or something. They might just put tampers in there. I don't know. Pipes of Old channel is doing giveaway 150 subs. Sorry, I'm really bad at remembering names and I can't remember your name, sir. But I enjoy watching your videos. And so you should check out his channel. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description. He said that he's just taught his, I think it was his brother, got him to smoke pipe. So he's saying, what advice would you like if you were a new pipe smoker? And I have a, what are they called? Playlist or something like that on YouTube of like 4 videos. I think it's 4. That if you're a first-time smoker, those videos are for you. Tobacco 101. You should check those out. Not perfect information, but you know, when you're first starting out, you don't need perfect information. You just need good enough to get you going. But I think in general, I think there was 2 things, you know. I mean, obviously I'm a pipe smoker, and it took me a year to figure that out, that filtered pipes weren't just to make this healthier hobby. You know, that's what I thought filter pipes were. Why would I smoke filter pipes? Because I think it's healthier hobby. Well, I'm not really. If I was health conscientious, I would just not even smoke a pipe in that decision. But some things I thought were really helpful with the filter to know about them is that they help control moisture. You get a lot more consistency out of pipes in general. But for me, they help with tongue bite or just mouth irritation from the smoke. And I also find that tobaccos taste better with them. A lot of people disagree with me on that, but if you're like me, that would be helpful. But a bunch of pipes. It's common to have 6 mil pipes or 9 mil filtered pipes. If you get a 6 mil filter pipe, get the Savinelli 6 mil filters. So like Savinelli comes with 6 mil pipes, and then they'll have an insert. So you can try it kind of both ways, with a filter and without a filter. And then you can make up your own mind. But I think this kind of goes into something else that I was thinking. Your first years of pipe smoking, if you are able to stick it out and keep at the process, are going to keep changing. You're going to get better as a pipe smoker the more you do it, and your tastes are going to kind of change and evolve with that process, besides just trying to figure out what you're interested in. So any tobaccos that you are not so hot on from your first try, stick them in a jar and put them away. We're talking about like the canning jars. You might revisit it in a year or 2 years, but you might really want to revisit something that you just thought was awful. Because chances are, when you're first starting, you're just not doing a very good job of smoking your pipe. And so those flavors are going to change on you as you become a better pipe smoker. So, and I say a jar because long-term storage, we're talking about years here, remember? It might take you years to appreciate that blend, but then you waiting on it and you'll be like, well, I'm glad, and maybe after years you decide, well, I still don't like this blend, and then you can trade it away, give it to someone else, or throw it away. But I say jars because plastic does not keep out, control moisture. Air can go through the polymers in plastic, and so you will lose moisture out of your tobaccos through plastic. It's just important to understand that. I get that, like, if you put water in a Ziploc bag, the water will stay in there, but water vapor is way smaller than physical water molecules forming the liquid or whatever. And so you can't long term keep tobacco in plastic. Those food saver vacuum things, you could do that and then throw it and control the humidity of the entire area that all those food saver things are in. That would work because the air is going in and out, but you don't necessarily care as much. Even those, so something like, so glass is stone, air doesn't go through glass for that reason, or metal. Hence the aluminum lined bags for like chips and stuff like that. But Mylar bags, they have aluminum liners to help prevent that oxygen. But even the seals, where you seal those, you don't have metal touching metal. So there is a tiny bit of plastic that air is able to travel through. So it's a small amount, but over years, something like that can have an effect. I think I was reading how they were with chip bags, instead of conventionally heat sealing them, they were like ultrasonic vibrating sealing them because it was 10 times as more effective in preventing air or something like that. That said, I still think Mylar bags are going to last you a good lot longer than any other plastic option. But, I'm not sure about 10 years that you won't lose some moisture. And maybe you could put it in a tote where you keep, some of those humidifiers. So then you don't really care. You're not losing a bunch of moisture. Anyway, so that's why I was curious about this being plastic. That this is kind of the sort of thing that if I put tobacco in there and come to it a year later, it'll probably be drier. And, all of that depends on your climate. If you're in Arizona, you're going to have way different moisture than if you're in Florida. So the effects of those things are going to be crazy different. If you're storing them in your house, then it's the humidity of your house. Maybe you have a really not have a humid environment in your house, but outside is really humid. Anyway, just rambling. I went and put up that deer stand that I put together. It was raining the whole day and sunny. Okay, not the whole day, because there was sunny for a little bit. But man, I was putting up this wall, and I kind of not putting it up the way I wanted to put it up. So I was putting it up the way my uncle wanted, and I was on a flat hay bale up on like a skid steer with tongs, trying to put all this stuff up on there. And I get the first wall, and man, the storm just picked up. There was 20-30 mile an hour winds, and I'm trying to hold this wall up 10 foot off the ground, and I about turned into a kite. I saw my life flash before my eyes. I was just trying to hold it together, get that thing back down. And then my uncle was like, well, I'll do it. And I was like, no, you're not. You are not doing that. We are finding a better way to do this. I do not need anybody getting hurt to do this. So then we found a better way and got stuff put together. But man, I was very worried about my safety on that wet, windy day. And those walls were all treated wood that is sopping wet. So this thing is so heavy. They were all hoping that I would just let it go, let it drop. but I wasn't quite there. I was careful because my cousin was on a ladder right next to me. If I let that just plop on his head, we would have still gone to the hospital. So, anyhow, what else? I don't know. I have, oh, car. It's a dark and stormy night. It is raining here. That was one of the things I also accomplished this weekend, was making it so all the cars could fit in the garage. I take it over with my shop. And then I clear it out so that we don't have to scrape our windshields all winter long. So that was a huge job. I don't know. You ever just like keep acquiring stuff and then can't throw it away? Because you might find some good uses out of stuff. I'm really good at like getting rid of stuff, but man, I struggle to get rid of enough stuff that I'm not accumulating more stuff all the time. And so sometimes putting stuff away, I get really, really frustrated that it's like I'm just shoving stuff everywhere. Sometimes it feels really good to just chuck stuff too. I don't know. I had 2 little bikes. I'm trying to put bike hooks in the wall, and my arms are just like cramping because they're so tired from all the work I've been doing. And these bikes get in the way. I just take it and chuck them as far as in the yard as I can. It's in the grass. They're bikes. They're not going to get hurt. But some reason that relieves some amount of stress. Anywho. I was going to say something else, but I can't remember it. Guess that means I will talk to you all later. I hope you all have a great week. Appreciate each one of you. And happy smokes. Bye.